been doing some cleaning, I mean really light cleaning for the last 5 or 10 minutes while my coffee's brewing. I mean, I guess whatever you do is cool by me, or whatever I do is cool by me. But I came out, started my coffee, and looked over at this hibiscus plant that I bought a couple weeks ago. And it had dropped some leaves, and I go, well, might as well sweep them up while the coffee's brewing. And kind of started sweeping up areas of my floor and cleaning the counters a little bit. And I don't know what my point is, other than it feels good. There was little bits and pieces on the floor that are no longer there. And, you know, there's still areas that I'd like to clean. And while I was cleaning this morning, I realized I don't have to work this morning. I'm working a little later today. I'm going to dedicate the day to doing whatever the heck I really want till work. And might work out, might lift some weights. Haven't done that in a few days. And a couple areas that I noted I'd like to clean. The bathroom mirror has water spots on it. I don't tend to dry my hands really well after I wash them. I just kind of usually go like this. I don't know why. I might dry them a little bit, but I very half-ass dry them. So because of that, and maybe just the nature of bathroom sinks, your sinks are going to get water spots on them. And your counter could always use a little more cleaning, and certainly the toilet could always use some cleaning. Cleaning is one of those things that feels really productive and really feels good to do. Yeah. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Coach Arturo. How are you, Coach Arturo? Well, excited about my coffee. I'm going to use this gray cup because I bought a set of, which I was thinking about it this morning. I've been trying to be a little minimalistic and also cash conscious, spending aware. And so I put off buying several things. I mean, partially because of necessity. I haven't had any money for a long time, partially because I didn't want a bunch of stuff bouncing around, but I moved into this apartment on March 27th, so 3 months ago, and it took me, I didn't get a bed till 2 weeks ago. I had an air mattress, and as I was making my bed, I was thinking how much I do enjoy sleeping on the air mattress with the comforter and the sheet, and was thinking how I'm worth it and you are worth buying yourself some, I'm not even talking extravagant things, but just kind of nice things from time to time, like a bed, like a couch, like some plants, like a set of plateware, including mugs and what have you. Because I often say money doesn't buy happiness, because happiness, I think, comes from contentment and peace and loving oneself. But it is nice having just little things. Knowing I didn't have to clean out this coffee cup this morning to enjoy my coffee. That there would be other ones in the cupboard. That I wouldn't have to always eat off plastic plates, which are okay in a pinch, but it's nicer to have, you know, real, I don't know what my point is. But yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna get myself some coffee. I hope you're getting yourself some coffee. And I'll see you in a second. It's like I felt a need to say something, like say goodbye to you, as I poured my coffee. Oh, and I was thinking you guys too would be going to get your coffee. I'm gonna try the gimbal a little more because it's fun to do this and just pan around your room and show off the room a little bit. Whoa, what happened? What happened? Oh, did I not charge it enough? Maybe it's not fully charged. I might have to do a little more research into this and it might not work today. Maybe I needed to charge it more. Maybe it takes a long time charging. There's a little white light that goes on, and it was on yesterday, and it was having some problems. Maybe my gimbal sucks. If it does, I'll buy another. Let's see what's happening. I don't know why that white light on. There's a sunny day we're having out there. Gonna bask in the sun with you for a little while. What's up with my voice? I don't know, I just woke up. Go get him, Derek. Go get him. And good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. My name's Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Monday morning. It is June 30th. It's 8:35 a.m. Happy Monday morning. Good morning, Dan. This is a show I've been doing for quite some time. It is a show about me talking. It is a show about me sharing some feelings, sharing a little bit about life. Just kind of sharing the stories. I edit all these videos and they become shorts and reels and TikToks, and I'm about 2 months behind in the editing process. But just going back and editing, there's so many, I think, sort of worthwhile stories in my lives. You might not find them worthwhile, and if you don't, that's okay. You don't have to watch them. But little stories and memories just from the past, and I'll go into great detail about sitting next to the lead pastor in the church and how I felt that day or whatever. And I just kind of find them funny. Sometimes I find them, I don't know, impactful, inspirational, a lot of times funny. Yeah. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know, it's not just a show about me talking. You know, it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. And I am excited to have my first sip at this very late hour for me. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. I think I'm really enjoying the Black Rifle coffee. Bought it a few days ago, set a goal in the morning. Cheers to you, Julie. Yeah, gonna have another sip. Hello from Indonesia. You might be offended because I oftentimes will drink the Sumatran coffee from Starbucks. But now I'm drinking the Black Rifle hazelnut coffee and it's lovely. Again, I'm not sure what they do differently, but they do something differently. Let us see. Do I live outside Chicago? No. I mean, I do live outside Chicago. I certainly don't live in Chicago. I have lived in Chicago. But I lived just outside of Chicago most of my life, and I moved up to Appleton, Wisconsin, I don't know, February 18th, February 12th, did I move to Wisconsin. Oh, what an adventure it's been. Yeah. Well, we're getting so many comments that I might have to flip it to subscriber only. I'd like to be inclusive, although I don't really like the word inclusive. I think almost by definition, the word inclusive. But anyway, I'd like to be inclusive, but I'm thinking of flipping it to subscriber only just so I can keep up with the comments. Or I'll just sip some more coffee. Do I ever think if I would have started my show 30 years earlier, it would have been called Cocaine with Ken? And do I miss it? No, it never would have been called Cocaine with Ken. I never dabbled in harder drugs. I mean, I think alcohol is a pretty hard drug, honestly. Just because we accept it, and the only reason we accept it, a lot of us like it. I mean, honestly, if we accepted cocaine, a lot of us would like cocaine too. I bet it would make us feel good. I don't know, I never really tried it. I say I never really tried it, but I used to see cops on TV going like this in a bag to see if it was pure or something, and doing that. I once did that. How many steps do I walk in a day? I don't know. I have an Apple Watch somewhere. I may have given it away. I got an Apple Watch a few years ago. I'm not a fan. Not that it's not neat, the technology and the advancements and how a great product, but I don't know. I'm on social media. Just this morning, as I've gone on live, I realized I didn't turn it to Do Not Disturb this morning. And I've had 5 or 6 different messages come across the top of my screen since I started my show. And I just kind of feel all that information overload as invasive. And granted, here we are sitting on our phones right now. I'm using social media, I'm using technology. And I'm letting you invade my space, and I invade your space. But I thought the watch was just one more thing. And so I don't keep track of my steps. And I know you can do it other ways, but most people do it on their watch. So I don't know, but I'll tell you what, I walk a lot. I would bet 20,000 steps yesterday. I'm not sitting very, I don't know, but I don't spend much time sitting. What you're seeing feels really good. Yeah. I do not sit at a desk. Do I know how to swim? Yes, I do. I mean, I'm not a great swimmer. I certainly know how to. I would think most people know how to swim. I would hope most people know how to swim. I was going to call her my younger daughter, but I've got 3. It's a little confusing. But either way, my second daughter, Morgan, FaceTimed me yesterday, and I was at work. I thought, I don't know, she's just reaching out, or I didn't know why, but I don't know, I get excited when I get a FaceTime from my kids. And so I FaceTimed her back, and she's in a bathing suit or bikini on this beautiful lake. My first wife, her mother, came from Michigan, and it's July 4th weekend coming up, and apparently they went up to my ex-wife's vacation spot called Bear Lake in Michigan. And I will tell you, it's a beautiful spot. It's an amazing spot. The water's crystal clear. The lake's just the right size. There's good fish in it. Water skiing and jet skiing and beaches. It's really beautiful. I missed that in the divorce. But either way, there she was on this lake, and I don't know, thought of it when you said, uh, do I know how to swim? Coffee with Ken, would you rather become charismatic but stupid or unlikable but brilliant? That's a good question. For me, I didn't have to make that choice. I'm charismatic and brilliant. Do I know how to throw a gazelle left hook? No. Let me see, hold on, you gotta slow down. No, I'm not gonna grab the camera for a Lamar Jackson edit. I don't even know what that means, stop asking. Do you ever feel like you missed out by divorcing her and you could have been on that lake? No. No, well, I know I could have been on that lake. So yes, I mean, I just felt like that. But no, she's better off with her current husband, and we shouldn't be together. We shouldn't be together. Which ex-wife do I miss more? Neither. I don't miss either ex-wife really at all. And I'm not even saying bad things, but do you guys miss your exes? Are you supposed to miss your ex-wife? I would think not. Why do I think I'm so bad at picking wives? I think you're overemphasizing this so bad at picking wives. I think a lot of us, I wouldn't say I'm so bad at picking wives. I mean, I'd like to know a little bit more about your backstory, really, before answering that question. Oh. Hello from Ireland. How are you? No, I don't want to have coffee with this person. But the way you ask that question is just yucky. And I'd almost say ill-intended or from a bad place. Yeah, I don't care how long you've been married. I question you as a person. It is black coffee with no sugar. What's my go-to coffee? I'd have a hard time not saying the Black Rifle hazelnut right now. But I've only had one bag of it in my life, so I wouldn't say my go-to coffee, the coffee I drink the most is the Starbucks Sumatra. It's a big flavored coffee. Yeah. You're 16 years old and you're even now thinking that life feels like hell. Well, just wait till you get older. It gets harder. But I think at some point, you need to embrace the challenges that life throws at us. At some point, I think 16's hard. I'm sure 16's hard because, you know, as a kid at 16, you're fighting acne, insecurity. You're not fully developed into a man or woman. As a kid, I was tall and gangly or whatever. You're about to discover alcohol or drugs or temptations or all sorts of things. But hopefully you learn a little something as you plow through life and you find a way to find joy in the chaos. Find a peace that makes no sense. And I think that's what you have to look forward to. Yeah. What is my take on Iranian strikes? Is there anything new I'm missing? I'll give you my take on Iranian strikes. And I'm assuming nothing new has happened. And the stock market I looked at this morning is crashing to new highs. And everybody that said the tariffs were horrible and the strikes were horrible and that Trump was being the king and was ruining our country, I don't know. I haven't heard too much about it. And everything seems to be going okay right now. But as far as specifically the Iranian strikes, I don't know. All my life, I've heard that Iran can't be allowed to get nuclear weapons. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I mean, I wish nobody had nuclear weapons. But all my life, I've heard that Iran can't be allowed to have nuclear weapons. It seems last week we decided Iran won't be allowed to have nuclear weapons and did something about it. Those are my thoughts on the Iranian strikes. You have a wonderful Monday as well. Julie Flanagan's having to work overtime. She's hearing my right-leaning politics while moderating the hell out of my page. Probably getting annoyed as hell with me. Have you ever chaperoned a field trip or prom? I've certainly chaperoned many field trips. I don't know, do they still chaperone proms? I've certainly used to go as often as I could on field trips with my kids. I have 4 kids. I have 2 that are 19 and 16, 2 that are 4 and 2. So I have not had a chance to chaperone any events with my little ones. But I did chaperone everything I could, go on the school trips with my older daughters, and really enjoyed doing that. And I'm crazy and I'm weird, and I think all the kids would think I'm hilarious and laugh. And I'm loud and I'm like a big kid, so if something neat came on, you know, I think a lot of parents that go to class, volunteer at class, are responsible and stoic and probably not a heck of a lot of fun, to be honest with you. I go to class, I'm a heck of a lot of fun. I went to a winter or Christmas day, the last day before Christmas break for, I don't even remember which daughter it was at their grade school. And we were all supposed to bring a Christmas or winter themed game. I couldn't think of any, so I went out and bought a few packs of socks and made snowballs out of them, rolled them up into balls, and had a huge school or class-wide snowball fight in the gym. And I got the teachers involved. I think like the assistant principal even got out there, where like half went on each side of the gym. I'm getting the chills just thinking about it. And we had this huge snowball fight. And it was really hilarious and funny. And I bet it's a fond memory for those kids, because I know those memories last a lifetime. I know it's a fond memory for me, and I bet the teachers had fun doing it too. It was chaotic. It was probably more than they expected, but I generally am chaotic and more than one expects as well. Do I work out? Not as often as I'd like, but yeah, I work out. I only worked out twice last week. I'm working really hard right now, and this isn't an excuse, but it's true. I work almost every day. This will be my 7th day in a row, and I'm on my feet the whole time, and I don't know. Yeah, I work out. I would like to work out more, but I work out. Do I think Biden government was better? No, I don't think the Biden government was better. Do you want me to go into that further? I want to keep Julie as a friend. Did I forget the era when people were afraid of skinheads in England? Was that an era? I don't know. I'm not from England. I don't know. What was the movie? It was a good movie. I think it was in Scotland. It was about kind of growing up in a very blue collar, tough area in like Scotland. And the guy that ended up playing Obi-Wan Kenobi in the later Star Wars movies was the star. What's that movie called? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? What's that movie called? Trains? Something Trains? I think the word trains is in it. Maybe not, but again, the actor from that played a young version of Obi-Wan Kenobi was the star. No, it's not American History X. No, it's not Soul Train. But it was about a tough area in Scotland, and it was a good movie. I think, I'll give more vague hints. The husband, one of the, Madonna's husband, like was the director of it and became kind of a semi-famous director. You're thinking of moving to Edinburgh. It's a good living over there. I've never lived over there. Train Spotting, very good, thank you. Good movie. I don't know why I thought of it, but they had shaved heads, I think. They were white. I don't know that they were skinheads. I mean, I'm not a skinhead. What's a skinhead? I'm assuming this, I mean, yes, I have no hair on my head. I think a skinhead has a certain political affiliation that I do not align myself with. Again, I don't know how it is to live at Edinburgh, but I think Edinburgh is one of the most beautiful cities in the world. I'm not talking about Liam Neeson. I'm not talking about Liam Neeson. I know who Liam Neeson is. I know who this actor is too. He's done reasonably well. Who's the actor from Train Spotting that played Obi-Wan Kenobi? Liam Neeson, I don't think played Obi-Wan Kenobi. Somebody else did. Liam Neeson was in the Star Wars newer ones, but he wasn't the character I'm talking about. So, Ewan McGregor. Yeah, I'm talking about Ewan McGregor. And I apologize if I mispronounce his name. I started watching a movie that had Ewan McGregor in it the other day. It was called like The Impossible or Impossible. I found it very unpleasant. I mean, I'm not saying it's not a worthwhile movie, but you guys remember the tsunami? If you would have to be fairly old to remember the tsunami. It's amazing because that's it. Somebody could have almost told me the tsunami was like 6 years ago and I would have believed it, but apparently it was like 2004. But anyway, there was an earthquake for anybody young out there, somewhere in the oceans, somewhere, I'll just leave it at that, I think somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. And this little ripple of a wave started moving around and became a massive wave as it got close to shore and did massive damage around the world, especially I think in spots in like Thailand and Asia and what have you, and tons of people died. But anyway, this is a movie about that, and a family that was vacationing in Thailand when the tsunami hit. And Ewan McGregor was in it as the dad. I didn't want to watch it anymore. I found it horrifically unpleasant. I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't an unpleasant event, but I didn't want to watch it. I don't know if Ewan McGregor's character ended up making it, because as I turned it off, the mom and a boy were trudging through sludge and looking for signs of life after the tsunami hit. And what I found interesting is while watching it, I go, hey, that boy looks familiar. Those eyes look familiar. And he was, I think, a young boy, maybe 10, 11, 12 or something like that. And it turned out it was the actor who played Spider-Man, Tommy Holland. Tommy Holland's very first movie role. And he was like 10, 11, 12, and he played the oldest son of this family. I found it interesting. I think my daughters have crushes on Tommy Holland. Do I follow cricket? No. I don't follow cricket at all. I don't follow rugby at all, but I understand rugby far more than cricket. I don't know what the heck is going on in cricket, and I don't care to find out. What will happen to a person who does not drink alcohol, does not smoke, does not watch 18 plus videos, does not drink coffee, does not take drugs, and does not use social media? I don't know. I don't know, but I don't know that drinking alcohol necessarily was, don't take this the wrong way, but bad for me, because it was part of making me who I am today. And if I didn't know, experience firsthand, just the yuckiness of alcohol, I don't think I'd be able to be doing the show today. So somebody that never did anything, that's like saying, what would happen to a person that never made a mistake? I don't know. Let's see. If President Trump offered me any cabinet position, which one would I be most qualified for? Huh. I'd say Secretary of State, because I think I'm pretty good. I get along with most people, and I think I could sit down and discuss things at a high level if I wanted to. Good morning, Jack Taylor. Yeah. You know, I have a finance degree, so you could say Secretary of the Treasury, but I don't think I'd even be slightly qualified for that. And I certainly wouldn't want to go in front of TV and answer a million different questions by reporters. That would annoy the heck out of me. I might throw the microphone at them. I thought, what's the guy's name? Secretary of Defense did a good job. He was talking about the boys and the bombers or something like that. And I don't know the details. And somebody asked him a question that shouldn't he give some more attention to the female bomber that was on the mission as well. And I think he chastised her appropriately. I don't know which sport is the most watched in England. I'm not in England. X, who does have a green light. If anyone's wondering why this person X has a green letter by their name, I'm not totally sure why he does either, he or she. But I think they became a member of Coffee with Ken on social, on YouTube. Where am I from? I'm from Wisconsin. Yeah. I'm originally from the western suburbs of Chicago. You have a green nickname because you're a sponsor of my channel. I appreciate it. Oh, that's good. I need another cup of coffee. I need another cup of coffee. Should we go get one? I'm a little worried that my gimbal's gonna freak out if I move it. I don't know why that happened. I'm just gonna try it. Okay, Angela said she would, so I do everything Angela suggests for me. So Angela, we're gonna come and get some more coffee. Isn't this fun? Here's my coffee. It's hazelnut. Do I just stay home all day? Oh, I wish I could. I tell you what, that sounds really nice. Oh, it sounds really nice. I wish I could. I mean, I don't know. I'd probably get a little bored. But no, I'm not home all day at all. I mean, I'm home right now. It's 9 o'clock, but I don't know. What time did I get home last night? 9:30 or so. And I had these plans. I don't know why. I think I saw a video with Clint Eastwood talking in one of his old classic westerns. And had sort of a desire to watch a Clint Eastwood movie when I got home last night from work. But I got home at 9:30, I put in a pizza, and I sat there and stared at my blank TV and kind of felt tired. And just sat there for about half an hour, ate my pizza. By the way, don't let me forget, I'll come back to that. Ate my pizza and just said, I'm gonna go lay down in bed and see how that works. And I did, and I fell asleep probably 10:15, 10:30, and slept till 8 today, and it felt so good. Yeah. Oh, here's what I was gonna say about pizza. I ate the Tombstone Pizza. If anyone's available to Google it, tell me how much the Tombstone Pizza has shrunk in the last 5 years. We've heard of shrinkflation. We've heard of inflation. Inflation is the rising prices. Shrinkflation is products getting smaller and basically charging the same price for less product. And when I looked at that Tombstone, it was about this big. And I know it used to be about this big. And it kind of annoyed me. And I look at the ice cream tubs in my freezer, and while they still look fairly sizable, okay, Jack Taylor said the weight of a Tombstone Pizza, and so did Coach Arturo, went from 550 grams to 523 grams. So 27 grams were dropped. Almost imperceptible to most people. See, that's the thing. It's almost imperceptible, but not to me. And I said, that doesn't look the right size, because that's probably like 6% shrinkage. Not enough for you to say, screw it, I'm not gonna buy it. But still, it's 6% less pizza. I was at the gas station the other day, and there was a sale like, I don't know, 3 Gatorades for $6 or something, but the price isn't that relevant. But below it, they said 28 ounces. 5 years ago, or 6 years, whenever, Gatorade was 32 ounces. So Gatorade went from 32 to 28 ounces. The Heineken Zero that I enjoy so much, the bottles are 11.2 ounces. They used to be 12. I'll tell you what, the cereal boxes, and it's ridiculous. They put names on them and they call them like family size. And the family size box of cereal is probably smaller than a regular box of cereal was 30 years ago. And the super size is just kind of what a normal size box of cereal is. And the one that has no labels is about enough for, one meal for a teenager. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Sam Hyde says, it's just a lousy pizza. Tombstone? I think Tombstone's not a lousy pizza. I think it's nice to have in the rotation. I have the best frozen pizza in there, at least in my opinion, the Home Run Inn sausage and pepperoni pizza. I chose the Tombstone because I wanted it. Because it's nice to have a little variety, and I know that the Home Run Inn, is a higher quality pizza, but I kind of had a taste for a Tombstone pizza. We like to doctor pizzas. We put mushrooms and extra cheese on them, and it makes them a lot better. Also melts in butter and put on the garlic, and it tastes like Papa John's. Whenever I try that, it throws off the cooking for me. And I have a hard time getting the heat just right. I mean, I love your spirit in adding things to a frozen pizza. But for me, I find I struggle with the cooking and getting it just the right temperature. Do I agree with the opinion that the first idea and thought that comes into our head is the most incorrect? Is that an idea, or did you just make that up? Did you just make that up? I mean, if anything, I think, you know, they say to go with your first instinct. Oh, that's so nice. Does anyone know how much it costs to call international? I talked to a viewer calling from Europe the other day. She called me, left a message. I go, hey, that's kind of neat. She had one of these fancy numbers. So I just hit read on it. We talked for 5 minutes. I wonder what that bill will be. When you take your family vacation in Appleton, where should you take them for pizza? I have no idea. I've not had any pizza in Appleton, Wisconsin. Okay, Charlotte says, you completely understand what you're saying about the time to cook on a pizza. Yeah, and you gotta be careful when you're cooking a frozen pizza, because if you add a bunch of ingredients, you know, maybe the crust or the outside can, and I love your spirit, can get extra crispy, but the middle, it's possible it won't get hot enough. And you know we want our coffee to get hot enough. Was she hot? I don't know. I liked her accent though. 13% of cows are causing 60% of the problems. Huh. My dad used to take us to this place when he became a single father. It's called Tsunami Pizza, and you could get a large pizza like $4. Oh. Okay. Simple Simon's Pizza, huh? Would I ever date a viewer, or does that cross a spiritual boundary? Sure, I'd date a viewer. I mean, you think, I'm sitting here drinking a cup of coffee. Do you think there's some contract between us or some responsibility I have towards you guys? Like, oh, it would not be appropriate to date a viewer. I mean, I'm just a human. You're just humans. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've met viewers. Would I ever date one? Sure. How old am I? I am 56 years old. Oh, that's so nice. That is so nice. I think somebody asked what coffee I'm drinking a little bit ago. It'd be kind of nice if the sun would creep behind that window, to be honest. It's going to take a little while. Thought about moving over to the couch, but I'm kind of liking sitting up today. Brooke said, Dom. Do I drink tea? Sure. Has Grace come back? I don't know. I don't keep track of my viewers. Coach Arturo. And if you have a favorite commenter of yours, maybe you should reach out to her. Yeah, I generally don't really keep track of, I mean, I get so many people hopping on from all over, and they'll hop on for a week and get what they need and move on with their lives. And, you know, I don't really worry a whole heck of a lot about each and every individual viewer because it's just not my responsibility. I had a viewer called Apartment 420 that was on a few weeks ago, and he wanted to stop drinking, and I think I helped him at least for a week, but he hasn't been on for a few weeks. You know, he's not my responsibility. I can't be responsible for every individual that ever watches my show. Hey, thank you so much, Charlotte. Yeah, thank you so much, Charlotte. Have I ever been to Disneyland? Yeah. I've been to Disneyland. A long time ago. I was living in San Diego, and my girlfriend at the time, named Jennifer, came out and visited me, and we went to Disneyland. I don't think Disneyland or really amusement parks are even slightly my thing at all. My older daughters love the rides, so last time I went was to Great America in the Chicago suburbs, and we had fun, but it's not my thing. My daughters always get season passes and like to go and ride all the rides, but I don't know. I mean, I scream and I have fun doing it, but yeah, it's just not my thing. Have I ever been to a WWE show? No. Yeah, that was very sweet of you, Charlotte. No, I don't understand professional wrestling. I don't understand why adults would enjoy that. Voltage, my weekend was great. I worked all weekend. I worked maybe 11 hours on Friday and 7 on Saturday and 10 on Sunday. But it was lucrative, and lucrative's nice. Yeah. But that's how my weekend was. I mean, it was fine. I like my job. I'm good at my job. The people like me there. And, but I was tired. I felt good to sleep in this morning. Yesterday or Saturday night, it was a friend's, I went out with some friends and I didn't get to sleep till 2. And I woke up yesterday at 6 in the morning and did my show and decided to go to church and went to church and kind of nodded off in church. And I think that's totally okay. I think I've given up guilt for a lot of things, or like dozing off in church. Maybe there was a time I used to think that was sacrilegious or a sin or something. But I think I'm okay with that, and I got out of that service what I needed, even though I was dozing off in it. And I'm glad I went. Honestly, the band at the beginning, a week ago I went to the same church. It was a different lead singer, and they sang a few beautiful songs. One was He Won't Fail Us, and the other was Christ Be Magnified. And honestly, I was crying while singing along to those songs. Yesterday, the band was doing some poppy songs, poppy Christian songs that I've never heard of, and they were fast-paced, and they did not touch me at all. At all. I don't know. Does a Christian song need to be slow-paced? I don't know. The ones that really move me, I could hear the words and sing along with. Who's my favorite singer? I don't have a favorite singer. Yeah, I don't have a favorite singer. I don't know. What band? I mean, I love John Denver, but I love Metallica too. You know, how do you compare James Hetfield to John Denver? Yeah. So anyway, well, we've had a great audience today. We got 58 people watching. I got a little late start today, so I appreciate you guys that are hopping on with me. Um, and got 29 thumbs up, and a kind woman named Charlotte sent me $5. That was very kind of you. If I was in the Macy's Thanksgiving parade, which balloon would I want to hold? I mean, honestly, I don't know which balloons are in there, but it does remind me of that Seinfeld episode where Mr. Pitt got to hold a balloon. Yeah. Is that coffee? Yeah, it's coffee. My show's called Coffee with Ken. Oh. What do you think I'd be drinking, Brooke? It's in a coffee cup. It's morning. My show's called Coffee with Ken. Where am I from? I'm from Wisconsin. I don't know that I'm really from Wisconsin. My license plates say Illinois. My driver's license still says Illinois. But right now I'm in Wisconsin. Yeah, no, I don't think we're going to change the name of the show to next season, No Name. Why I go live? Well, duh, because I went live yesterday and the day before and the day before that. I'm going to go live tomorrow and the next day. Why'd I go live? I don't know. I go live every day. Duh. Why'd I do it today? It's because it's what I do. It's part of who I am. Because I drink coffee. And I like to talk. And for some reason, you guys like to watch me talk while I'm drinking coffee. Do I play chess? I mean, yeah. I haven't played chess in years. I started losing at chess. I felt like I was some grand master for a while. Then I started playing people that are better than me, that see the board in different ways than I see it, and can just understand the game at a deeper level than I understand it. And it frustrated the heck out of me. Frustrated the heck out of me, especially when my nephew, Isaac, started kicking my butt. Or, I don't know if he was kicking my butt when he was 10, but he sure scared the hell out of me. And he was probably occasionally beating me when he was 10, and now he'd crush me without even thinking about it. It'd be embarrassing. And I'd be sitting there trying to calculate every move, and he'd just go bloop. And I'd go, crap, now what do I do? I don't understand chess, really, which is strange. I mean, I understand it. I know how the pieces move, but I think some people get things better than others. Artists, photographers see the world through a lens and see beauty where we don't see it. And painters can paint things that we can't paint and can meld colors together in ways that are appealing. And speakers know how to talk in ways some of us don't. And people that are gifted at chess see the board in a way that I can't understand it. I was always good at math, and I can put numbers together real easily. And, you know, some people can't. And it's weird. Our brains work very differently. Could I qualify for Mensah? No, I don't think so. You probably have to be good at chess to play Mensah. Do I like the McChicken burger, the Big Whopper, or Quarter Pounder at McDonald's or Burger King? None of them really. The thought of really eating at McDonald's or Burger King kind of grosses me out. I mean, I'll still occasionally stop, but I haven't gone to a Burger King in many years, And McDonald's, I mean, I was going to this winter when I was picking up my little ones every day. We'd stop by McDonald's and have some breakfast, and that was fun. Gonna get a little teary-eyed. I remember Eve pushing the child chair to our table. But anyway, that was my last experience with McDonald's. I don't go to either very often. What do I think about religion? As I was leaving church yesterday, I put a little bit of money into the donation box. So I think organized religion and churches are good and do a lot of good. And I think for me, donating the money to the church is good. For me, it helps me. It makes me a better human being and a better person. And I never really got tithing. I guess I used to be against religion and spirituality, but I'll tell you what, I just have a feeling the more money you tithe or the more you donate to your church, the more money you will have. I don't think there's anybody that's ever gone broke tithing. Yeah. Somebody likes discovering religions. You hope I discover Islam one day. No Name wants to create their own religion someday. I kind of think if Muhammad Ali in his prime fought Mike Tyson in his prime, Mike Tyson would get him. But I could be wrong. Because Ali was an artist and Tyson was a killer. And you know who I would have liked to see? I think Ali Tyson would have been an awesome fight because Ali could take a punch like nobody's business and also could dance around the ring like nobody's business. And Ali was able to beat the killer of that period, George Foreman, by doing Ali. And maybe he could have done that to Mike Tyson as well. Maybe. I would have liked to have seen Foreman in his prime first fight Tyson in his prime as well. Because Foreman was a beast and Tyson was a killer. Somebody says Conor McGregor would take him down and choke him out. Would take down Tyson? Yeah, I mean, maybe he would. I mean, I don't know. I would assume, you know, are there any pure boxers in MMA? I doubt it. You know, I'm sure there's a lot with a lot of boxing experience, but I think you'd have to know how to grapple a little bit to be a successful MMA fighter. But I doubt in a street fight, Tyson would be afraid of Ewan McGregor. Not Ewan McGregor, Conor McGregor. He definitely wouldn't be afraid of Ewan McGregor unless Ewan McGregor had a lightsaber. I've never seen Martin Short's skit of Julia Childs boxing Mr. Rogers, but it sounds kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, right? I doubt Tyson would be afraid of anybody in a street fight. I doubt Tyson's ever been afraid of anybody in his life. But if you're a grappler and know how to wrestle and don't get hit by that first fist of Tyson, maybe you could, I mean, believe me, I'm thinking about doing it myself and grab it and dive into Tyson's legs or something. I don't like the concept of that at all, but then again, I'm not Conor McGregor or a skilled MMA guy. And I don't believe there's any super successful, again, I'm sure a lot of high-level MMA guys are very well trained in punching, in boxing. And I'm not discounting the martial art of boxing, I hope at all. But I would think knowing how to grapple would be key. Yeah. Oh. Let's see. It is Monday morning. There's something nice about Monday mornings. I mean, I hate to say it, for me, most of you guys are probably dreading it because it's Monday morning, so it's back to work for me. And yeah, I'm working later, but at least I'm not working a double today and a double on Friday and Saturday as well. Feels like an easy day for me. So easy, I might grab another cup of coffee. You guys want to have a little more coffee? I got some time. I've only had 2 cups, I think. Oh, let's go. It's a beautiful morning. It is Julie Flanagan. I was thinking about your paintings more, Julie Flanagan, as I was driving to church yesterday. Gonna show you a Flanagan original. Oh yeah, this is a true Flanagan. I wonder if anybody out there has a Flanagan in their house. Probably not. Do I think Tyson's career was ruined by a shark called Don King? Not really. I mean, how was Tyson's career ruined? You know, why would you even look at Tyson's career as ruined? He's one of the greatest boxers of all time. I'm wondering if anybody in the world would want to take him. And I'm sure plenty of people would. But he's one of the greatest boxers of all time. So I don't know why we're talking about his career being ruined. Tyson blames Don King for stealing his money. I don't know, does he? I don't think Tyson has that. I've heard so many interviews with Tyson, and I don't think I've ever heard him talk about Don King stealing his money. I think whether he did steal his money or whether Tyson ever said he did, I think the nature of us as humans is so salacious that we'd rather talk about Don King stealing Mike Tyson's money than how great of a fighter Tyson was. You know, Tyson's got tons of money. I think Don King is dead, I think. We talk about Tyson's career being ruined, which is comical. You know, I guess what I'm saying is the human nature is to focus on negative things like Tyson's career being ruined or Tyson having his money stolen or whatever. And I think we just hone in on gossip, and that's what that is. Yeah, Julie gave it to me. I stayed at my friend's Julie's for, I think, a week a few months back. She lives in Wisconsin, and she and her husband, Steve, were kind enough to let me stay at their house while I looked for work. And although she didn't paint it that week, she brought it to me as a kind of housewarming gift, I don't know, a month later or so, and I think it's perfect. She was like almost apologetic when she was giving it to me, if I may, and saying, "Oh, this is just a quick one. I'm sorry, it's not any good. It's awesome. It's perfect. It's there." Is Tyson still alive? He certainly is. Could I beat Steve in a wrestling match? I don't know who Steve is. I think I'm a pretty good wrestler, though. I could have been a really good wrestler. I mean, I don't know if I could have been a really good wrestler, but I'm a pretty good wrestler. Yeah, Jack Taylor was a great gift. It's perfect. Looks perfect there. It's kind of funny. When I was staying at Julie's house, her grandson drew a picture of, I think, the soccer player Ronaldo. And neither Julie nor I knew who it was until my viewers started watching. She said it was a famous athlete. And to me, it looked kind of like a mugshot of a guy, and it was in the back. And it was almost distracting because I'd have so many people hopping on talking about it that it was distracting from my show. He was getting far more attention than me, and you know that makes me jealous. Did I play a part in the demise of my marriages? Well, obviously, I played a part in the demise of my marriages. Or was it just incompatible? Well, whether it was incompatible or not, I certainly played a part. I'd say I played a fairly significant part. I was one of two. Yeah, we all are responsible for the success or failure. I don't think I should have been married to either women, and I think I married both women probably for the wrong reason. Yeah. And I don't know if there is a right reason for me, and maybe I just am not meant to be married, but obviously I played a part. Yeah. Have I watched the Hangover movie series? I think I watched the first two. Grace says she went to party all weekend. All right, Grace. Oh, that's so nice. That is so nice. Hello, Lily. How are you? I wonder what went to party all weekend means. When I'm driving home from work, there's a big fest in Appleton called the Mile of Music, and I think it happens the first weekend of August, so it's coming up. And it's a huge music fest in downtown Appleton. And I'm sure in most of my life, I would make sure I had a large quantity of Heineken in the fridge and a big bag of weed to enjoy the Mile of Music. And I won't deny that concerts and drugs and alcohol go well together. And I don't know exactly how I will fit in, if I'll enjoy it as much or what have you, without those things. But I'm sure I'll do some people watching and enjoy it. Yeah. Can you manifest anything we want in life? And what do I think of law of attraction? I think for me, I'm going to stop chasing things. I've stopped chasing things. Like, I'm not chasing women. I'm not even chasing work or money or subscribers. I'm currently working 2 jobs, and the second job found me. About 2 months ago, I was working a job that I'm good at and thankful for and blessed to have. But I was also realizing no matter how much I worked there, it was only going to be, I could exist and survive, but no matter if I worked every day or not, it was still going to be a challenge. And I looked into other jobs. I interviewed at a car dealership. and did a video about how I was going to treat that interview, and I was just going to be me, and if they weren't going to hire me, it was meant to be, and if they didn't, it wasn't, and they didn't hire me. And I'm so okay with that. I could have put on a mask and played a different character and acted like somebody that I'm not really, who I'm not, and I think I could have gotten the job if I'd wanted the job. But I wanted to be who I am and me, and let them determine if I was a fit for their dealership. So I went in and I was 100% me, and they chose to not think I would, they decided I wasn't a fit for their dealership because they didn't offer me the job. I'm okay with that. You know, that's why when people are saying they're going on a job interview, I don't think we need to say good luck. I think you just be yourself. Because I could have faked who I was and gotten the job and hated the job and been miserable, been there, and maybe sucked at it. That seems stupid. So it turns out that was a great thing. They didn't offer me a job. And I was offered a different job by a different company that I think is going to be lucrative as hell. And been working at a little bit the last few weeks. And I think it's where I'm meant to be. So I think the whole law of attraction and manifestation isn't, I think if you stop looking, you find what you need. Because I think when you're looking for something, a beautiful wife or $1 million, a fast car or a fancy house, you're chasing something that wasn't meant to be a part of your life. And I think if we stop looking and we just start working on ourselves, getting more spiritual, doing the right things and being better people, the right things will come into our lives. I was at church yesterday and the pastor said, was talking about worry and mentioned that we're not supposed to worry about anything. And honestly, if you're trying to find a husband or a wife or $1 million, that's all based in worry because you're worried that you're inadequate by yourself or you need a better car or this or that. So I think the less we worry and just start, you know, improving ourselves and being better people and getting up with gratitude and faith every day, I think what is meant for us will find us. How would my approach differ from a conventional car salesman, and would it intimidate senior salesmen? I don't know. I've never sold cars. I might have been a miserable failure. I think a lot of the profits for a dealership are selling extras like the cleaning package or the extended warranties or this or that. And honestly, as a consumer, I don't buy the stain guard or the extended warranties when I'm buying a car, or if I'm going to Best Buy and buying a TV and they want to sell me a extended warranty package. I never buy them. So I think I would struggle selling them. And because of that, maybe I wouldn't have been a successful car dealer. I would have been me. I don't know. How would I differ? I don't know. I would have been me. I don't know what a regular car salesman is. I would have given everyone a hug that walked in the door and walked them out to their car and said goodbye. Have a great, great weekend. Hope you're having a glorious day. And if me, being me, wouldn't be a good car salesman, I shouldn't try and bend who I am to be a good car salesman. I mean, you guys do what you're doing, but I'm just not going to do it anymore. It's stupid, I think. I used to do it in relationships too. I think a lot of us did. Somebody says they're a fan of Andrew Tate. I haven't seen any videos by Andrew Tate in so long. Hugs, seriously? Yeah, is that a question? Yeah. Yeah. I would hug everybody if I could. If anyone wanted it, I'd hug anybody. Yeah. Yeah. I think the world would be a way better place with more people giving hugs. You know, that's what I'd want to do at the dealership. I don't know if it'd be allowed, but again, that's probably why I'm not working there. Can you please be a moderator? No. No, you can't be a moderator. You kiss cheek to cheek when you greet. Where are you? I wonder if you're in Spain or Italy or what have you. Yeah. I think a cheek kiss is probably something, but it feels a hug is human connection that we all crave. Yeah. And intimate and provides a feeling of it's okay or comfort. It's not sexual at all. But it certainly tears down barriers and builds connection. Yeah. But anyway, we've had a great show today. It feels so good to not be in a rush this morning. Yesterday, again, I woke up early, didn't get much sleep, went to church and was at work by 11. And just feels so good to have been able to sleep in and drink some coffee and not in a rush with you fine folks. Oh. If I became a billionaire, would I make my subscribers millionaires as a random act of kindness? No. No. I'll be honest. No. That's not a random act of kindness. There's nothing random about that at all. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing random about that. Good morning, Death Strafer. Jeremy, I just don't think I'm going to give you my address. I should come to your cookout on the 4th of July. Black people don't have barbecues, they have cookouts. Do you live in my area? I think I'm working all the 4th of July, so don't be insulted, but I don't think I'm gonna make it to your cookout, and I don't even know where you live. Let's see. Jeremy's now demanding my address. What would I have done different 25 years ago? Probably nothing. If I would have done it different, I would have done it different back then. I wasn't ready to stop drinking 25 years ago. I wasn't ready to stop chasing women or self-loathing or... I needed to walk my path to be where I am today. And where I am today, I'm proud of, and where I'm going, it's going to be amazing. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it, you know. I've got 2 jobs. I'm sitting in a beautiful apartment. I'm paying down my car. I'm covering all my financial responsibilities. Check back in a year, and it's not about the money, but whatever you deem success. And I don't know, if God willing, God chooses a different direction for me, something unfortunate could happen to me, but that's okay. Yeah. So, anyway, it's Monday morning. I had a great night's sleep, and I am excited about my day. People are have you dealt with the loss of a good friend or loved one? Yeah. I mean, my sister died 2.5 months ago. My mother died 5 years ago. My brother Steve took his life 3 years ago. Try and find inspiration from the tough times, I think would be my best advice to you. Yeah. And feel those people are still with you in some way. And yeah. But yeah, so I want to thank you guys so much for joining today. I've had a fun time. My tummy's grumbling a little bit. I got a bag of peaches up there. I'm probably going to eat one or two. Going to eat a banana. Going to eat a couple oranges. Going to let myself be hungry for a little bit today. Maybe till afternoon, and then I'm going to eat a big lunch. But until that time, I'm probably only going to eat some fruits or what have you. Still have 5 or 10 pounds around the middle I'd like to remove, but I'm not too worried about it. Thank you, Big Mayo. Thank you for joining. And yeah, I want to thank you for joining. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope you had a great, great weekend. Hope you are feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon.